Ryan with Miss.Geek here, and in this video, just a quick test. I'm still working incrementally to test this VFO board. As you can see, it's actually not a VFO yet. It's very close, but I need to make sure that it works properly. And one of the things that I needed to test is the band switching drivers. So the way it works is, this is shown in the schematic, which I have not posted yet, but I will at one point. They'll be on my blog. But these drivers, basically a pin from the Arduino puts current through one of these 1K ohm transistors and then into the base of a 2N3904 or 2N2222. And that has the emitter, the collector going to ground. No. I get these things mixed up. Has the collector, I get it mixed up. I'm still rather terrible at these things. Anyway, it grounds out these pads here. So this pad produces gives out 5 volts, so that there's something to ground to. But what I did is I went ahead and took this probe here, and I need to grab another different probe here. Take this probe, put it on ground, and right now it's on 40 meters. So what we're gonna do is put this on 40 meters, and I've got continuity, but then I'm gonna hit the band switch right here, the band button, and you can see the VFO change. And now we're on 20 meters. So there we go. Now we're on 15 meters. Yep. Now we're on 10 meter. And we're back to 40. So I know that the drivers are actually working. They're grounding out. And this is how the QRP Labs boards work. They work by grounding out the relays. So 5 volt is supplied to the board, which is going to be this top square connector here, or square pad. That's 5 volts. And then the QRP Labs boards take that 5 volts, and then you simply switch out the grounds for the relays, which is what we're going to wire up next. All right, so I tested it with just 2 relays, and it worked. So I went ahead and wired up all 4. And so I've just got these really long jumper wires here, just temporarily in place. So right now it's on 7 megahertz, and none of them are on power up, by the way. So if we turn this off and back on, that's the 40 meter relay kicking in. And then when we press band, you can hear the 20, 15, and the 10, back to 40. Of course, that's just this bandpass filter board here. Further up, let me move this just a little bit. Here in the top left corner, you can see we've also got low pass filters. So that'll have to be wired in. This is just temporary so that I can get on the air soon. I'm not actually going to leave it like this. I'm going to replace this VFO very shortly with this one. But next I've also got to rewire my rotary encoder. And then beyond that, I think all I've got to do is just move the VFO board over here. So we're getting very, very close to being done. Not quite there with power yet. I'm gonna have to come up with another power situation, because right now I've got power for the BITX 40. Let me pull this up here. This is the joys of hot glue here. Seriously, I love hot glue for this kind of thing. There we go. So you can see I've got power going to the bottom of this board. It's kind of, now I'm dealing with tight wiring. Here we go. I've got that going to the bottom of this board, and then from there over to the QRP Labs amplifier over there. So I've got 12 volts coming from here, from this power connector, and then way over there. So I'm gonna have to do something with that. This board definitely needs 12 volts, but I'm going to build another board to actually supply the 12 volts to the PA and also to the radio itself. So they all turn on together, but I'm not going to expect to power the PA through this. I did not design this to be able to pull 2 or 3 amps through these connectors. And these connectors aren't really designed for that either. I'm talking about the pin headers. So, ooh, that does get pretty warm. I'm going to have to put a heat sink on it, which is what I did here. This one got very warm. Anyway, so that's that. And this, of course, will only get warmer as I power this one through it as well, which is why this had a heat sink on it. So we're getting very close to being back on the air with the new VFO and being multi-band. You can see I've got some bandpass filters I need to build here, 10 meter bandpass and low pass, and of course a 15 meter bandpass. And I have a 15 meter low pass on here already. So getting very close to getting, air quotes done, but done will be when this thing is in an enclosure and I can just plug it in and use it, and also use it portably without having to worry about falling apart on me. Which means I'm building real connectors for everything, or hardwiring everything alternately. We'll see how that goes. So it's definitely a work in progress, but that's where we're at. I really appreciate you watching and following along with me on this build. If you have any questions about it, please comment them in the comments below, and I'm happy to answer any questions about this build. If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. Like I've said, I'm an RF engineer and an electrical engineer. I am not, but I like to experiment, try to make things work, and just see what I can do with the knowledge I have and the knowledge that the community and the internet and everything else imparts to me. And you all have been very awesome. I appreciate all the support I've gotten. And so anyway, that's it. You've been watching Miss Geek. We'll see you next time.